Hello out there. It's once again me, keeping it all the way street. So if you follow my rules and my instructions in relationship, just hit the bell if you like me. Once again, we talk about relationships every time I get on here, fam. And I love it. I love talking about relationships. Whoever's listening to me, whoever's viewing me, whoever's liking my videos, much love wherever the flag represent, wherever you at, uh, residents. Thank you once again. But we're going to speak on relationships and the rules to relationships. A lot of people, fam, these days don't believe it's rules. If you're one of these people who don't believe in rules, then you're just one of those people. What I would say about dating, right? Introductions are everything. I say that repeatedly over and over again because I want people to understand. I want people to understand that it takes a village to raise one person, but it takes a lifetime to get to know them. But we want to prevent the toxic ways to be hurting. I repeat some of the same lines because some of us may get, how would I say, distracted. But these rules must be implemented if you want somebody that grows with you instead of somebody that demoralizes you. Now, who wants that, right? So, I was talking to my friend the other day, and I was telling my friend, hey, look, I got rules to what I do now. See, when I was younger, around my friend's age, I didn't really care. Now I'm implementing these rules because think about it. When you first date somebody, right? I'm a man, so ladies, talking to the fellas now. When you out dating, and the dating world's out there is not as horrible as people may think. It's just you gotta read signs to which are you looking for? What are you looking for? Are you looking for just having a good time? You're gonna find a lot of that, where, it's you can't it's no locking down. Or if you're looking to, find your mate, it could happen, but it's rare because it's hard out here. So anyway, back to what I was saying. If y'all want to make rules, not just make them, but make sure that the rules is your bottom line. Like I told my friend, I said, have anybody ever asked you what's the seeming the most important thing on this planet to you? They said education. I said, okay, cool. That's pretty cool. And by the way, this is a woman I'm talking to. And she was like, education. I said, that's great. That's great. I said, but when you're done with education, then what? Don't you want to get married eventually? She said, yeah. I said, what about you want some kids? She said, yeah, about four. I said, okay, that's a nice amount. What if you actually get the kids or you get married but it doesn't work? Or you get divorced? I say you're leaning towards all of that because there's been many people like you who has degrees. And this is no knock on anybody who has a degree. Trust and believe. If you go to and you get your education, that's great. You get what I'm saying? But it's stipulations to everything we do. It's always a yin and a yang, right? Let's say I focus on my money all the time. In her case, like I was saying, she's not gonna understand how to keep the man because she's so focused on school. So school, right? And there's nothing wrong with getting good grades. I'm not knocking nobody that is. So if you out there, you in college, this is not me knocking you. Please believe that. Learning is one of the biggest tools in life. But you also got to learn that God made man and woman. And in that the woman is supposed to be the companion to man, not a friend, not a buddy. But a lot of people, they disregard, they do what they want to do, and they freelance. Okay, so let's get back to it. When she mentioned education, I said, it's a lot of women that's like you. And she was like, really? I said, yeah. A lot of older women, right? Got money. I said, have you met some of those? She said, yeah, I have. I said, okay. Are they usually with kids? She said, most of them. I said, oh, really? I said, is any one of the ones are married? She said, yes, some of them. I realize you keep saying yes to everything I'm asking you. Are you wondering how do I know these things? And she got quiet. And I told her, because of dating. So when you're dating, you see people who did what you did. They older than you, of course. But like I told her, you don't want to be those women who are older and crying because they don't know how to keep a black man. Straight up, fam. They don't know how to keep a man at all. So to that being said, it's almost like, you gotta know the lessons or the pros and the cons, should I say. Nothing wrong with education, once again. But I was telling her, it's nothing wrong with learning and sharpening your tools on getting the man that you need. Because after education, you're going to want to be married. You're going to want to have a family, like I asked her. You're going to want all these things. And you don't want to be that person that did all that, get all that money, and end up lonely. That's all I wanted to say. I wanted to let her know that I'm not trying to, down you or anything. It's just you got to be a lot smarter than what it is. A lot of people have thought like you, but they ended up empty-handed in the end. Yeah, you can meet people. Yeah, you can date people. That's true. But you can also fall in and out of love. And that starts with giving your all to someone, but they're not giving theirs. You understand? So you might want to learn how to keep a man. Because there's nothing wrong with getting your education to get the Benjamins. But there's other things to the element, you know. Because I'm going to keep it all the way street. So that way, the fight in the night, you on my page, you smash up the likes. And this ain't just for hype. You hit that bell so you can subscribe and we can keep providing your type. I said that and I created it all, and it's all on camera. But the good thing is I'm speaking facts. Like, it's easy to get somebody for me. You get me what I'm saying? But if I am a good person at who I say I am, a person that's in the dating world, dating, as you can see on my channel, talk to different women as I go in life. But also keep it proper because I pick and choose, and I'm very picky on the women that I do actually take out on dates. Because the conversation, your mind, your introductions is what I'm looking at first. If I feel like it's going to be problems, I'm not going to pick you up. You look good, but your introduction shows me everything. And that's what I'm telling you, fellas. Look for the introductions first. She could look good, but if the introductions is not as what it's supposed to be, choose another. Be clever, you know. You don't have to just choose anything you see. See, the women is different, especially if they're up in age. If they up in age, they just gotta get what they can get. I'm just being real. If you're in their age range of at least 35, you ain't married yet, or you have kids and you don't have nobody, or 40, of course. Anything above, like I would say 35 or 34, anything above that, you're really in the island by your damn self. Why? It's because age came up and you did look good at one point, but because age came up, now you're being ignored by the people that probably would have been trying to talk to you if you was younger. So that's what the older women have to deal with. So the younger women don't. You get me? But it's a for sure live. But you got to play your cards right. What I would say, get your money, but don't be a dummy. Don't be a dummy. So, fellas, we looking for a nice, good looking, but also you want somebody that has your intellect. And I always challenge a woman's intellect. Always. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I'm strong minded. That's the reason why. And it's not to be confrontational. It's to see if these introductions that we met off of for whoever the woman is. As you can see on my channel, I meet a lot of different ones. I'm just keeping it real. One love to the front, showing you everything. So when you on my channel and hit like, I show what's up. That type of stuff. So I'm just want to make sure that the introductions are great, or at least decent. And from there, my examples would be, I would probably ask her certain questions, that I may feel that need to be asked. You know, and try to challenge that. Sometimes I don't get an answer. If I don't get an answer, then I know exactly how to approach or keep the same, how would I say, energy that I did. Because depending on what she says or what she don't say, I know what to do. Okay, so, and like I said, this is all about preventing from relapsing. See, we all come from different parts of the world, and most of families, may come from broken homes. But you may also be suffering from trauma from the broken homes. And you can literally be reliving that as you become an adult. So now that you're in a relationship, you try to cover it, but everybody sees it. So it's always good to get help. It is always good to seek therapy. I would say seek therapy with your partner if they're out there. Um, Dating is one thing. If you get close enough to where now it's a relationship and it's a real thing, it's time to see a therapist. And not every therapist is, how would I say, the right one. It's just like dating. You have to find the right fit for both of you two because that's the only way you can figure it out to tackle it. Mediate the situation, build some rules, and follow through. Or you can end up in the relationship where you broke up with a person and you're stunned from it. You know what I mean? So it's best to keep your guards up. the best way to do is to have rules. Okay, so you want to prevent from relapsing for whatever it is. It could be anything. It could be anything, any little thing. And if you're in a past relationship, it's good to know what was some of the things that you can work on to not relapse because of the trauma that you went through. Or there's no excuse. Let me get that straight. When you're an adult, it is no excuse. None. To reflect that upon another adult that you deem to be with, that you claim that you love, you get no pass over here. No. Why? It's because you can easily tell the person that you care about and you love, that's your partner, that you sleep with every day, or whatever the case, that, hey, look, I have some serious issues. I have to get some help. Because why? It takes a village to raise one person, but it takes a lifetime to get to know them. I'm having the rules to prevent from you hurting. But smash up the likes, because I'm going to keep it all the way street fight. And provide more videos through the night. Yes, it's nighttime over here. Okay. So, just know that it's so much going on in life. It's easy to get distracted, but you got to be true to you. You got to be true to you. If you can't be true to yourself, then what good is the relationship? Fellas, you must know that. I'm only speaking to the fellas because I'm a man and I date women. So, you women, y'all can use the rules too. There's nothing wrong with you using my rules. I prefer you to, so you can pick the right one. And you can't say there's no right one out there. You just either didn't try or you just not capable. Either way. You know? So we're going to do it like that. And I tell you, I love talking about relationships because everything is about relationship. Really think about it. And like I said, dating people is a form of relationship if they continue on dating with you. It could be something bad. It could be something where you probably don't want to be at it. You're like, oh my God, why I'm here around this person. It can happen. But when you actually like the person you're on a date with, it's totally different. And it is out there, you just gotta look. You know? So like I was saying, stick true to what you do. Now, the examples of what I was saying in building good behavior. To build good behavior, you have to do things that's good behavior like. You can't just do what you want to do. You know what I mean? You can't be like, hey, I'm gonna treat this person like this and that. No, it kind of works both ways. If I'm gonna show good behavior, it has to be reciprocated. Good behavior could be being there. It could be rubbing your feet. It could be massaging your back. It could be cooking for you. It could be, you know, yes, it can be a form of paying bills, but because I know the ladies are like, it can be, people can get it carried away as well. Like people are all up in your damn pockets. Wait, hold up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't mind doing shit, but then this get a little too far. You understand? So, what I'm basically trying to say is just keep your eyes on the prize and know that, hey, look, you're not being used because that's another form of abuse. Got to be smarter than that. So you want to build good behavior. Some of the good behaviors could be on energy as well. All the things I said, you got to be careful on all those things because people will use you on every single thing I just mentioned. You got to be careful about who, because they has to be reciprocated. The good behaviors have to be reciprocated. You can't just be doing good behaviors and no one's doing it back. And you need to get away from that person because that person's using you. Fam, I'm just being honest with you. No matter what you're doing, I don't care what it is. It has to be reciprocated. Doesn't matter if they have money. It doesn't matter if they don't have money. If the good behaviors is not reciprocated, that means you need to get away from them or they need to get away from you. One of the two. Because they're not building on a dynasty with the two. It's somebody that's on their own battlefield that don't want to be a part of your, you know, empire, if you will. So you have to be smart on that end to tackle the situation at hand. So if you don't build on it, what good is that effort? These are all signs. First introductions. First introductions are everything. From there, it should get better. Tough questions. Not no silly ass questions. No, tough questions that you want to know in case you're looking for something higher than just a girlfriend or a booty call on a date or, a wife. So, for the fellas, because I can only teach the fellas, the young teenagers, young man out there, to not only smash up the likes, because I can keep it all the way street fight, but I'll make more videos to provide through all the nights. Because somebody got to help you understand the person you want can be in your sight. Because no matter how old you get, you can still be nice and fit. And look at my eyes. Open your mind and subscribe. So, the Rastaman ain't telling no lies. Just think about it. Just really think about what I just said. There's so many things that can be said to mislead you, but you want to break it down to where it's simplified good reasoning for a woman that you choose to be with, fellas. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to just choose anyone. There's a lot of these guys have to understand. Yes, your heart can be broken, but guess what? You can always love again. You can always love again. That doesn't mean nothing's preventing you. Nothing. It's always going to be somebody to choose you, fam. You just got to keep trying. Naturally, women are not going to come up to us to talk to them. I mean, yeah, you have some rare cases. I'm not going to lie to talk about it. I'm not going to lie about that. Has it ever happened to me? I would say yes. But it's like rare. It's like every 3 years or something, one woman might come up and be like, hey, give me your number. But at all the other times, I'm doing it. So if you look at my channel, you'll see how my game can be dismantled. So yes, it's not a scandal. And these are random women I talk to, fam. I show you that on my YouTube channel. I don't pay them nothing. They naturally talk on their own. Some don't talk a lot, but they do, do say something. And I get the number. Don't pay them. None of that. I don't do that stuff. I naturally get out there and do it. Yes. So, long story short, it's it's really up to you, fellas. On your yes, I know confidence doesn't pay stuff. That's true. But in the dating world, it can actually help you. Yes. And you wanna feel good, fellas, right? You wanna you wanna be in a good mode and feel good about yourself and knowing, hey, look, I could do this. You could tell yourself that in your head. You ain't gotta naturally say it. You can say it in your head. I got this. Confident. Like what I don't need to be confident for. But don't be ahead of yourself and arrogant. Be confident. But less confident. No, be confident, but know how to not show it. Like know how to how would I say? Be confident, but don't flash it. That's it. Don't don't be arrogant. Be confident, not arrogant, because it's a difference between the two. And you'll eventually get what you need to get too. This is 2022. You know, I'm just saying, fellas. If I can do it, you can do it too. It's not. It's not a dream. You know. Now, I make it look easy. I'm not.